Ah, great stuff, guys. I have quite an interesting personality here on the couch this morning. He is a traditionalist. He's an actor. Olulade Adeniyi. Of course, he started his acting career since 2004 and has gone on also to feature in Funke Akindele's My Siblings and I and a host of other movies. He has a BA in Christian Religious Studies from the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, and also an apprentice of Ifa priesthood. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So I'm supposed to say Aburo Aboye.
Aboru Aboye.
Aboru Aboye.
Aboye, but she's your guato.
He said, I say say now.
He said it's still the same thing as Ashe.
Oh, Ashe. Okay,
It's
Ashe.
still the
Oh,
same thing
say,
as
oh,
Ashe.
okay.
He said Ashe.
Oh, it's so good to have you on the show. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I know you started your Ifa journey, as in you started the journey to being an Ifa 4 years ago, but we'll talk about that later on. Let's delve a little into you as an actor.
Okay.
Right? You've been doing this since 2004, and then you had to go on a hiatus, just go back to school, gain some more knowledge, and then you came back into the movie scene. Talk us through that transition and how it's been for you.
For my acting career, I started from church. So stage drama at first, then I got the link for One Love by Traditionalist.
Okay.
And after that, it was just, I didn't really think of acting as a profession.
Oh, okay.
My intention was to go to school, get a degree, get a 9-to-5 job, but as destiny would have it, I'm here.
Okay.
So not quite long after my service here, I was fortunate to find myself in Funke Akindele's circle, and I was able to be on Jennifer's Diary, Siblings and I, Ayetoro Town, and even a series that she started for YouTube purpose,
Okay.
House Helps.
Okay.
I was starting in House Helps too,
Okay.
and it's been a magnificent journey. Being able to do stuff you love for the money, and you're not being controlled.
And then you took a break and you went back to school to study Christian.
No, I
religious
took
studies.
a break.
Okay.
My break was between 2004 and 2017.
Okay. Okay. So what were you doing within that period?
Within the period of my break,
Yes.
it was education all through.
And you went to study Christian religious.
I studied Christian religious studies.
And then you came back into the movie scene.
Yes.
And then you decided to become an Ifa apprentice.
I didn't decide.
Okay, talk us through that transition. What happened?
I found...
Christian religious studies and being a traditionalist. What?
Okay, don't get it twisted. I'm not just the traditionalist.
Okay.
I'm currently an ATR scholar, African Traditional Religious Scholar.
Okay.
Because I'm procuring my master's degree in University of Ibadan.
Okay.
As an African Traditional Religious Scholar.
Okay.
And it's quite different from being a traditionalist, because as a scholar, you are going by the books.
Okay.
But as a traditionalist, as an apprentice of Orumila, I'm going practically.
Okay.
And me finding my path in Ifa, it wasn't me just saying, okay, I don't have this, maybe I should go through Ifa.
Okay.
Just the same way some Christians will say they had the calling, like God called them.
Okay.
Ifa didn't call me.
Okay.
But I found the path.
All right. I'm trying to understand that moment, that defining moment for you when you decided that this is what I want to do.
Okay. For Christianity,
Yes.
I was born a Christian.
Okay.
Right? And I read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. There is no part of the Bible.
That you do not understand.
Not that I don't understand. There's no part of the Bible that encourages me as an African child.
Okay.
From Genesis to Revelation, you won't find any African name. You won't find any African geographical location being praised. They are either talking about Africans being enslavers of the Jews, or they are condemning Africans in general. Now, when you look at the New Testament, you from Matthew to Revelation, you have Corinthians, you have Galatians. They are not here in Africa. But when you go through the corpus of Ifa, you'll find Osemeji talking about Ibadan. You find Irosumeji talking about Oyo. And I I'm sorry, I don't remember the verse, but there's a particular verse that mentions my name, Olulade, as a title of Ifa. So Ifa is everything. Ifa is philosophy, psychology, biology. It's not just a religion. You can take religion out of Ifa, but every other thing can still be brought out of Ifa, like chemistry, science. That's where you can bring in alchemy, knowing that when you combine a particular element with another element, it will bring a particular result.
Now let's talk about the myths. There are a lot of myths around traditionalists, traditionalists in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, bring us to take us a little into your world, and also sort of demystify some of those myths that have been passed from one generation to the other.
All right, one of the myths that is not even a myth, it's a misconception.
Okay.
And it's very paramount to understand that Eshu is not the same as Satan.
Okay.
Olulade, Olulade, that is the wealth of the community, the wealth of the nation. That's who Eshu is. Eshu did never in his lifetime or in any of the stories go against Olodumare, which is the supreme being. But in the Bible, we can see that Satan did, which I don't want to go into. He contested in heaven. Like half of heaven wanted to fight with Satan, which should be questioned anyways. Because if half of the country says they wants to go against the
ruler,
the president,
yeah.
There's something wrong with the leadership. So if Satan is like, okay, I can get my squad, let's go against, we can't. But Eshu is not Satan. Christians and Muslims need to keep Eshu out of their bad books.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it because of me. I'm saying because each time they do, there's a particular curse that they bring upon themselves.
Okay.
Without even knowing.
Okay. Okay.
That's my perception.
Okay.
Now, that's one of the myths. Then another myth, I have a friend that came to visit me one day, and after knocking, he was like, how I want to enter your house? She make I use back, enter.
Aha.
We only see that on Nollywood. I've never been to either my Oluwawo's house or my Ojubono's house. I've never been to any Babalawo's house, and he would tell me to walk in with my back. Even there are several groves I've been to, and there's no need for me to walk in with my back.
Okay.
That's another myth. Then another myth is the whole idea of using human beings for ritual. Ifa says we can use rats to appease. We can use fish to appease. But using a human child or using a human being is never proper.
Right.
So there's, according to Ifeanyi Elebubon, he says that the whole concept of human rituals came with the whole Tira stuff. That's Arabic, people that work with jinns.
Yeah.
And I've gone through, some people will say there's a Ogudabe day that they use money. It is not so.
How long did it take for you to learn, the African traditional, religion? How long did it take for you to learn it?
I've not learned it. I'm still learning.
You're still learning. You're still in the process of.
I'm still learning. I don't know anything yet.
There's still so much, to learn, from your world. I mean, because this is it's an entire world differently. But we don't have all the time. But I'm sure we'll have you sometime back again, and then we could, sort of talk more about it. But thank you so much for being on the show today. We have something cooking in the kitchen. Okay. I hope Ifa allows you to grace our kitchen and eat our food. So please, let's go to the kitchen.